So let's start on our knees like this, in Vajrasana. Bring your hands down onto your thighs and softly close the eyes. And just come to that feeling of the breath in the tips of the nostrils. And notice the gentle rise and fall of the chest. And allow the mind to settle on this rhythm. Take your left hand onto your heart space. Take your right hand and rest it lightly on your belly. Notice your breath in these two places, working a bit like a wave through the body. Start to lengthen and deepen your breath now. With each exhale, allow the body to settle a little more into the ground, the shoulders to relax. With each inhale, allow the chest to rise, the back to get long, crown of the head to grow a little taller. And then slowly bring the hands down by the sides. Open the eyes and keep the gaze soft. We're going to rise up onto our knees now on an inhale. So inhaling, lift up, arms high. Exhaling, hands back to the heart space, bum down to the heels, bow the head. Inhale, move with your own breath rhythm. Exhale, sink down. Inhale again, lifting. This time we'll twist. Right hand goes forward, left goes back. Turn the body and sink down onto the heels again. Inhale to come back to center, turn. Take the twist the other way, sinking back down. Inhale once more like this, turning the body, sinking down. Inhale back to center. Once more the other way. Again, sinking the body down to the heels. This time come back to center. Bring the hands down to prayer and sit yourself back down. Take a breath in and out here. Bring your hands down by the sides of you. Lift the right arm up, gentle side bend over towards the left. Come through center and take it the other way. Side bending to the right. Come round and back through center and come now onto all fours. So bring hands down and knees down. Set up for some cow-cats here. We're going to start these cow-cats initiating the movement from the pelvis. So dip the pelvis, bringing the tailbone up towards the sky. Let the shoulders shoulder blades start to come together on the back. Bring the chest forwards, take the gaze forwards. On your exhale, do the opposite. Start to tip the pelvis under, tucking the tailbone, rounding the upper back and tucking the chin in, looking down. Inhale, take it through the other way. Exhale, rounding, tipping the pelvis, stretching through the back, pushing the ground away here. Now start to do this in a little more fluid, uncontrolled way. So you can move side to side if you need to. Notice what your body craves this morning. So what movement does your body really want to make? And make that movement through the back, rising and falling. Before coming back to your neutral spine, your center point, I'm going to stretch out the right leg here, tuck the toes under. And now bring that stretched leg up to about hip height. Just square the hips to the ground. And then we're simply going to bring the nose to the knee on an exhale. So inhale through the nose now. And then as you exhale, draw your nose to your knee, rounding your back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhaling, taking the whole length of the breath. Exhale again, nose to knee. Last time, inhaling, lifting, looking forwards. Exhaling, nose to knee. Place the knee down. Just adjust your weight so you're nicely stable and equal through the knees. And then pad your hands forwards to come down to puppy pose. Bring your forehead to the mat, stretch out the arms. Keep the hips and the bum high. Feel as if you want to melt the heart space, the chest towards the ground here. Then with that slight tuck of the tailbone again, we're going to walk our hands back to underneath our shoulders. Stretch out the left leg, press into the toes, and then lift it up until you think you have it just about hip height. And start those nose to knees on this side. Rounding and then lifting. Rounding. Lengthening. Exhaling. Inhaling. And once more like this. We're going to bring the knee down now. Tuck your toes under and find a down dog position. So walking out your first down dog a little bit, bringing some flexing to the feet. Take your hands to the right place for you this morning. Adjust your stance. And then start to sink the heels towards the ground. Think about that energy between the wrists and toes. They want to move together. Want to close that triangle. And we're going to take our gaze forwards and rounding from the center and top of the back, upper back, we're going to roll forwards. Weight is coming into our wrists, into a plank pose. Bring the sternum forward slightly, shoulders away from the ears. And then take it back to down dog, bending the knees, sending the bum and the hips back, and then up, straightening the back. Another time like this, rolling forwards from the upper back. Lengthening right to the heels and to the sternum. Strong through the middle, and then knees come down, lifting and bringing yourself back to down dog. Stabilizing the breath. We're going to step the right foot forward. Step the right foot to the front of the mat. Drop the back knee down and come up into a crescent lunge with the hands here in prayer pose. We're going to start to bow forwards now, taking the left elbow across the right knee and start to bring the shoulders above each other, stacking the shoulders. We're going to tuck the back toes under and lift that back knee up into a twisting lunge. Drop the back knee down, come all the way down, press the hands into the ground, step yourself back to a knee plank, raise the ankles, bring the hips a little bit down, and then lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Drop the ankles down, find a cobra pose. Working from that energy around the core, around the belly button, lift up to your down dog. Lifting up the left leg now, bending at the knee, stepping forwards and dropping the back knee down. Coming all the way up to your crescent lunge. This time we're twisting to the left, so right elbow goes across the knee. We tuck the back toes under and lift up the leg, turning to look out to the left. Drop the knee down, come all the way back, hands frame the front foot, step the knee back, bring those knees up, those ankles up, and lower yourself down. Undoing the legs, lifting to a cobra. And then tucking the toes, firming through the middle, and finding your way back to down dog. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet now, coming to forward fold. Let the head really relax down here. Feel that the head is loose, the neck is nice and soft, no tension in the neck. And then from here we're going to roll up the spine, so put a bend in the knees just as I've got, and then start to dangle the arms, letting the arms feel really loose and long. Press through the feet and start to unfurl all the way up the spine to stand. Keep the feet close together, step them, and take the gaze forwards, find mountain pose. Take some breaths in and out here. Feeling energy coming down through your roots now, through those long, straight, very strong roots of those legs into the ground, into the feet. Imagining that feeling coming right through the ground as you stand here. And then on your next inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, open and bow forwards. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold down again. Inhale, lift the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Move again, half sun salute. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to bow forwards and down. Inhale, halfway lift, long through the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Half sun salute. Let's move now into a full salute. We're going to come to chair pose to start. So bring yourself so that your feet are maybe slightly apart if you find that better for you. If you're keen to bring feet close together and squeeze the knees and the thighs, you can imagine a zip coming up the legs, squeezing everything to that central middle line. If this is better for you, then take that option. Inhale and find chair. Sitting back, reaching up. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift. Fold it down. Walk the hands forwards, finding down dog. Rolling onto the toes and forwards into plank pose. From plank, bend the elbows, keeping them close to the ribs as you come down. Untuck the toes, baby cobra. Tuck the toes under, draw energy through the middle of the body, come up to down dog. From down dog, walk the hands back towards the feet. Head is soft, neck is relaxed. Inhale, step the feet closer, come back to chair. And then come all the way up to stand, arms coming down by the sides or into some prayer pose. And we move again, bend the knees, chair. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forwards. Down dog. From down dog, roll into plank pose, coming into the balls of the feet, rolling forwards. Lower yourself down. Untuck the toes, lift to cobra. Tuck the toes under, draw that strength from the middle of the body up to down dog. Step the right foot forward this time, turn the back heel in, lift up to warrior two. Try and have a sense both arms are at the same height. Level, relax the shoulders, gaze is forwards. Straighten that front right leg now, fingertips forwards and then down to triangle pose. From triangle, come back to warrior two, lifting up again. We're going to come from here into half moon pose. So first of all, bring the elbow down. Right elbow comes to right knee. Left arm goes high. From here, look forwards to that front toe. Bend your left arm. Bring your hand to your hip. And start to just do those little jumps with the back leg. Maybe coming to a straight standing leg. Keep the gaze down and forwards. You don't need to change the gaze here. Straighten up the back leg, come back, lift up to warrior two again. Turn the palm, lift up and over, reverse warrior. Windmill the arms down, frame the front foot, step yourself back and lower down. Up to cobra. Down to down dog. Breathing in and out. Pick up the left knee, bend it in close. Step the left foot forward, turn the back heel in, lift up to warrior two on this side. Warrior two comes to triangle, straighten the front leg, lean forwards, float the hand down, lift the right arm. From here, come back to warrior two. Now bend that left elbow, bring it to the knee, lift up into the right arm. Let's bring all of that length and width we've created in our body now into our half moon pose. So for this, check down at your front foot, take your gaze there, bend your uppermost arm, take hold of your hip, and then start that little hop with the back foot until you find a little balance here, reaching towards the ground. Back leg comes up as a counterbalance. Slowly control the descent down. When it touches, come back to warrior two. Warrior two to reverse warrior. Reverse warrior back to warrior two. Hands come down onto the mat. Step yourself back and come to down dog again. Stabilizing the breath. Looking for smooth, easeful breathing. Bend the right knee. We're going to move that right knee in towards the nose. Nose to knee, knee to nose, rounding the back. Inhale, come back up into three-legged. Exhale again, nose to knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, pick the pace up. Exhale, nose to knee. This time we're going to shoot that right leg out towards the left wrist, shooting it out into this fallen triangle shape. Turn on the back foot, lift up the left arm. Bring the hand down, lift the leg all the way back up to three-legged, and now step that left leg up to the front of the mat. Sorry, the right leg that was. Step the right to the front. Twisting lunge, reaching up into that right hand, taking the gaze up. Bring the hand down, step yourself back, lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's come to the other side. Lift the left leg up. Find first of all three-legged. And then draw nose to knee on this side. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, another one like this. Exhaling. Inhaling again. This time we're going to draw the knee in and send that left ankle out towards the right wrist. Turning on the foot at the back, lifting up to fallen triangle. Bring the hand down. Sweep that left leg all the way through and back to your three-legged dog. Bend the knee, step it up to the front. Hand goes nice and flat. Right hand takes a little bit of weight there. Left hand lifts, spiraling the body around to the left side. Bring the hand down. Step that left foot back. Drop the knees down, bring the big toes close. Knees are wide, and we're going to sit back to child's pose. From child's pose, unfurl yourself back into a tabletop, finding a nice stable position through these 4 points you have on the ground here. And then from here, tuck your toes and walk your hands back towards your feet, rolling onto the whole sole of the foot for Malasana, squat pose. Turn the toes out slightly, bring the hands to prayer. Maybe the thumbs touch the sternum, maybe not. Slow the breath. From Malasana, we're going to roll forward onto the ball of our foot, reach our arms out, and using really active, strong legs, staying on our toes, we're going to come all the way up. So slowly come up now. Keep reaching up above you. Take your gaze up to the sky, drop your heels, stretch, and then hands to heart center. Feel your breath again. Hand to the chest, hand to the belly. Slowing and deepening. Take the hands down, step the feet together. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards and down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forwards into down dog pose. Open your feet a little if they were very close together. And we're going to come onto the sides of our feet now. So drop the heels over towards the right. Take the weight to the wrist as well. Lift up the left arm into side plank. Swap it over. Heels come the other way. Lift the right arm. Side plank. Now just practice taking a little moment to touch the ground, somewhere really tricky, somewhere a little easier, and somewhere kind of in the middle. Touch those three places and then come back up to side plank. Lower the hand down, come back onto all fours, roll forwards into full plank, drop the knees down and lower yourself all the way down. We're going to bring our arms out round to the sides of us here. Bring your head down to rest your cheek on the ground a moment. And be grateful to take this little breather, this rest. Always balancing our effort with a sense of ease. allow the body to rest. Give yourself permission to be here. A few more breaths. Now we're going to come up to Salavasana or locust pose. So press into the tops of the feet, energizing the legs, keeping our fingers on the ground for now. So pressing fingertips to the ground. On your next inhale, take the gaze forwards. Lift the shoulders, the chest, the face. Come up into Salavasana. Join the legs by bringing them up. And then slowly lower down, taking your cheek the other way to the other side. Inhaling again, same thing again. This time start with the feet rising all the way up maybe to the thighs. Arms float up and maybe you can take hold of an interlaced hand position. Stretch the hands, their fists away from you. Lift the gaze. And then slowly release it all, coming back down to the mat. Cheek to the mat, rolling the shoulders forwards. Rounding through the upper back. Letting the legs roll to the little toe side of the feet. Slowing the breath again. Now we've warmed ourselves up quite well through our back. We're going to come to a different way to come into wild thing pose. So set yourself up for a moment so that you have your hands underneath your shoulders, flat palms, and we're going to bend our left leg and send that left foot over to the right, rolling across. Place it down, and just as much as that for now. Then roll back the other way, all the way down again. And do the same thing again. Place the foot down. Roll back. This time we're going to continue into wild thing. So roll across, place the foot down, lift up, arm comes over, hips come high, gazing underneath the fingertips. Slowly lower down, bum comes down. Hand comes down, body comes over. Resting with the hands laid out behind you or alongside you. Let's come to the other side, placing hands underneath the shoulders again, bending the right leg this time. Think about that roll through the pelvis, that awareness around the hips. Place the foot down, lifting up. Hips come high. Coming down slowly the way we came in, hands come to the mat. And we're going to come through all fours and again back to child's pose. Resting, rounding, bringing everything back down to the ground. You can bring your hands round and take hold of your wrist with your hand. Just to take a child's pose in a slightly gentler way. From here, bring your hands down each side of you and come all the way up and come to seated. Bring your legs out in front of you. I'm going to do some twisting. So just remove the flesh a little bit away from the sit bone so you've got a nice downward energy into the ground again. And we're going to start by bending the left leg, actually bend both legs, sorry. Bring the left leg underneath the right, tucking the heel close to the buttock. Back here, foot stays active, and then we do the same with the right. We're going to pick it up, bring it over the top of the left, starting again with the feet flat. And this time we're going to bring the right leg under the left, knee tracks forwards, and then left comes over. Knees are now stacked. Bring the fingers index and middle finger into the big toe. Flex the feet. Lift the chest slightly. Take the gaze down. And to come out of the posture, release the hands from the feet. Step that left over, that right out as well. Feet are flat now, hands lightly rested behind you, and just bring the knees from one side to the other in this wipers motion. Just finding a little bit of mobility through the hips, loosening through those joints. Now come to centre. You're going to stretch the left leg long, take the right across, lift up out of our seat, bring the arms up above you. You're going to turn now, use your body, your core and your midriff to turn, and then bring the left hand down, bring the right behind you. Pressing into that flat foot, energising the long left leg, taking gaze to the side. Finding your breath here. Exhale allows the shoulders to relax. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, twist a little further round. Release the hands at the back and in front of you. Come round, undo the leg, bring the leg out in front of you. Sitting in Tadasana. Feet are flexed, hands can come just onto, rest lightly on the thighs. And let's take that the other way, bending the left leg, placing left over right, pressing into the sole of the foot, flexing that right foot. Inhale, arms come up, twisting round, bringing the hand down. Finding a stop sign here if that works for you. Elbow to knee, turning the chest, turning the belly. Gaze comes to the side. Release the hands down, undo your leg from its cross position and come down onto your back, onto the mat. Slowly rolling the spine down to lie flat. Allow yourself that awareness, the feeling of just being held up, being supported. Some of the tension from the body dissipates into the ground. And then we're going to bring our feet a little bit closer in towards us. Place the feet nice and flat, hip width apart, and we're going to roll up the spine. So do that tucking of the tailbone again, lowering and lessening that arch in the lower back, and then press through the feet to rise up into bridge pose. Rolling up the spine all the way to the middle of the shoulders. Gentle tuck of the chin. Hands can come into an interlace if that feels good. And then bringing those arms as close as you can, shoulder blades are squeezed together. Press through the feet, lift the pelvis, lift the hips. Taking some breaths here. If you feel stable enough and you'd like to try, you can lift up the right leg, up at a right angle, and then bend and bring it back down, and just take that to the other side, raising the left leg up, pressing the sole towards the sky, keeping the hips as level as you can, bringing them down. Part the hands, roll down the spine onto your back fully. Take your legs so the feet are mat width apart. Arms come out into an outstretched position as if you're going to give someone a hug. And just let your knees fall first to the left and then to the right. You can allow your head to go the opposite way to the knees. So you're twisting head to the left, knees to the right. And then head to the right, knees to the left. Do that one more time. Come to center. Bring your hands down by your side. Send your ankles out towards the bottom of your mat. Getting ready for Shavasana now. If you like to take one full body stretch, stretching into the fingertips and the feet. Breathing and holding that breath a moment and then sighing out. Inhale, stretch, tense everything up. Exhale, release. Hands come now to either rest lightly on the belly or bring hands down by the sides, palms to the sky. Let the ankles, the feet relax away from the body. Closing your eyes. Returning the breath to a natural breath rhythm. Take your mind into all the areas of your body that are now touching the mat, making contact with the ground. Notice the quality of that contact, that connection, the lightness, the weight, the feel of those points that are there, supporting you against the ground. And then start to soften the forehead, the area between the eyes, visualizing perhaps a warm light radiating from the central third eye area. And let that warmth just diffuse across the face, relaxing the cheeks, the jaw, the eyes, and all the way over the scalp. Relax through the neck now and into the shoulders. Allow the shoulders to succumb to gravity and be nicely laid against the ground. Relax the arms, elbows, wrists and hands. Relax each finger. Allow the belly to relax. Softness of the front body. The pelvis. And into the strong roots of the body, the legs. Relaxing the thighs, the knees, the shins, the ankles and the feet. Relaxing each of the toes, the soles of the feet. Calves, back of the knees, back of the thighs, and all the way up the long, strong straightness of your back. Relax the whole body now. And we're going to slowly bring movement into our fingers and our toes. Roll the ankles a little, maybe the head. Bend the right knee in towards you, bend the left. Raise the right arm and just roll onto the right side. Just pausing here, enjoying your practice, settling into your body. And press lightly through the left hand and come all the way up to seated. Crossing the legs and bringing your hands back to prayer pose. Bowing to the intuition within you, your own inner teacher. Closing our practice now, bowing forwards. Thank you everyone. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. I hope that provided a nice start or perhaps end to the day. And I'll hopefully see you next week.